My life is a series of very horrible decisions. Welcome back to Unemployed Day 19. I feel like I'm going to go homeless at this point because I applied to so many jobs with almost no returns by the employer, like setting up the interview, what I'm trying to say. So I'm getting afraid that I may become homeless at this point. So what I gotta do is accept my reality of whether I become homeless. What does that look like? So if I keep applying for jobs on Indeed and I can't get a job, or maybe I can get a job, but if I become homeless, what does that look like? So me being homeless probably would be on the side of the street. I wouldn't say begging for change because I think I'm worth a couple dollars, to make per hour. But if I'm begging for change, I just kind of feel like a failure. So first thing I want to do is establish my living situation. If I'm going to be homeless because I can't get a job, I need to figure out like if I can't afford rent no more, like where am I going to live? Like am I going to live in the forest, in a or like a shelter, or a friend's house? you know, that's not a bad idea, a friend's house. Unfortunately, I don't have like lots and lots of friends, so it's really hard for me. I mean, I have some friends, but I don't have like lots of friends. Like I can call them up, like, "Yo, I need a place to stay because I'm gonna become homeless, and I'm fucking broke, and I'm homeless." No one's thing in this life. Not a lot of people are gonna help you. The government's not gonna help you. Your friends are not gonna help you. I mean, even the people that you love and cherish a lot, they ain't gonna love you that much. What they're gonna do is really not help you or do the complete opposite. They do the complete opposite, and they, what do you call it? They don't help. They throw you to the wayside. They'll be like, my dog ran around and I gotta fix my house and stuff like that. They make every excuse in the book but help you. So, so once I establish my living situation, where I'm living in a friend, I'm living in a cardboard fucking box on the side of the street. Whatever the case scenario is, I know that I'm still trying to get a job. So I can only afford my phone bill for so long. What about you guys? Like, if you default on everything, like, I think defaulting on the phone bill is the worst because how is the employer going to call you for you to get a job if you, for say, can't answer a phone call because you can't afford it? You can't afford a phone call. Like, one of the people I knew couldn't even afford gas in their tanks to drive back and forth to work. So it's the same scenario, but much worse, I think. Not being. But the thing is about this, even if you default on your phone bill, I'm pretty sure you can still access Wi-Fi, right? So you'll see that someone called you. I don't know what to think about my situation, but I'm becoming more hopeless by the day. While on the flip side, I know, like, so if I do become homeless or I don't become homeless on the side of the street, my living situation number two after number one is how am I going to eat food? Am I going to beg for food? I'm going to go ask for food on the side of the street because I'm a good ethical person. I wouldn't steal food, and I would never encourage that, even if you become a homeless. But there's certain situations like you can take advantage of. So if you have a local pizza shop or something like that, you can probably um, go there to get food. They probably have end of the day like waste at the end of the day. They're like, hey, here's all the pizzas we didn't want to eat. Here you can eat. Because there's good people in the world. Not a lot of people are good, but some people are. Um, but this is not a guide. Don't think of this as a guide to. This is just in the scenario that you do become homeless, what to do. Because you already can't find a job, and the worst case scenario we always got to think about. So the worst case scenario is I lose my car and everything. I become literally fucking homeless on the side of the street with no money. I really think about this. And I was working for 10 years already. And now that I can't find a job because of the economy, but I can make all the excuses I want, but we all know this economy is hard. this economy is hard as fuck right now. And it's hard to survive. It's hard to like pay rent. It's hard to get food. Like this is why people live paycheck to paycheck, and then they default completely. Imagine if you have kids and stuff like that, and a wife. So that your wife's gonna leave you, your kid's gonna be homeless now, and you're gonna be fucking homeless too. Not through my viewers, but the that's what can happen to you. You know. So we establish that being homeless in the worst case scenario, the living situation, how we're going to get food, and then I guess the bathroom situation. You would go to the bathroom in the forest. I don't know, because you don't have to be ethical no more since you're a what do you call it? Now you're classified as a nomad. I think a nomad is classified as someone that doesn't have a job that lives in like not the Amish. The Amish live in a civilized civilization still. Like I'm sorry, uncivilized civilization with no electricity. So being a nomad is that you don't have a job and you don't have you're homeless at the same time. I think that's what it's called. People call it homeless, but I call it a nomad because it's a cooler name. Like, what do you guys think? Would you rather be a nomad or would you be a homeless person? I don't know. But this world's really tough. I mean, this world is something else. It's as I say, it's like bullshit day every single day, and there's something new every single day of bullshit. I don't know why. It's either you dealing with people in the street or someone in the drive-through. There's always bullshit you got to deal with. And it's crazy, so crazy. I accept my reality of my situation, but I did get an interview or so at some places like Denny's and stuff, but I don't know if I want that job. Like, it was like just like a worker. Like being a manager probably sucks at that place. I don't know. At one time, I was going to be a manager for Denny's, but I was like, it's way too much to deal with. Like working 50 hours a week in a restaurant, it's way too much. It's working basically you're working like so much in a week that it is like, mentally, physically exhausting. It's mentally, physically exhausting, and it's not fun, and it's like bullshit day every single day. And at the end of the day, you're gonna have a heart attack of the stress. Not saying I'm ever gonna have a heart attack or something. Hopefully not, but um, stuff you gotta deal with on a daily basis is fucking crazy. At least that's what I think. And it's really hot out right now. It's like 90 degrees out. Maybe I should be swimming or something because I'm exhausted. Like I just woke up at 1 o'clock and I'm really already exhausted from the heat is so hot. And I'm in my car right now and the sun's beating down on my car. And on my phone, it's probably like my phone is super hot too. It's like insane out here. But I'm gonna get other stuff done right now just because it's so hot. But thanks for watching. Share and subscribe. Share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.